B.A.T.R Gaming presents.
Last we left off, we had Balthazar and Castor Balthazar was imprisoned by the guards of, God, I just forgot the goddamn name. Kol Noctazi.
Cole Noctazi.
Yeah. So, Balthazar was imprisoned by the guards of Kol Noctazi for supposedly killing a one person, a guard, shooting him in the face, supposedly. There's no evidence of that whatsoever, but he was imprisoned and was going to have his day in court. However, Castor felt that breaking him out would be far easier to their plans of going towards the Dwarven colonies, so he summoned a large Fey Rhino to break down the walls of the prison, allowing Balthazar to make his escape while the guards were chasing this wild rhino. As they were leaving to go towards the Dwarven Territories, one of their cities, Thatzu Ulu was having a very in-depth discussion about a contract with a certain fellow, and he seemed very eager to make this contract deal come to fruition. And while they pored over the details of this contract, Balthazar and Castor made their triumphant, I guess you could say, visit to the walls that walled off the Dwarven sections. They spoke to a couple of dwarves there, which proceeded to allow them in under the guise of Balthazar being Castor's slave. And they got to see the absolute wondrous beauty of this dwarven place. The statues made of gold and marble, the roads that have gold just inlaid between each brick. Each building looked like it was made of marble, adorned with gold, and both were just awestruck. And as we get back into it, we go to Thatzu Ulu, but as they sit there and pore over this contract. So, you've had ample time to read the contract. Is it to your liking?
Side note, I put this, did I have a note or anything that, stated anything?
It is basically just general trade, but the prospect of platinum scales was the big, it was water and platinum scales, if I remember correctly. It's been a while.
It's been like a month.
Yeah. So the prospect of water and platinum scales were the two big, I guess you could say the two big items.
So I think I remember, but I ain't. No. We're gonna go with yes.
So you're gonna agree to this trade.
Indeed.
Alright, I need your stamp of approval then. I assume as the guildmaster you have a stamp, correct?
Did I pull out the fucking most styling on, absolutely yam on somebody fucking stamp?
He watches you intently as you stamp the paper. He holds his hand out, two fingers, to grab the paper. or the parchment. All right, then. We have a deal. It's good doing business with you.
And you as well.
He rolls the parchment up and slips it into his robes and takes his leave, closing the door behind him. And now we go back to Castor and Balthazar, who are walking around this Dwarven City. As you guys are walking around, you see lots of dwarves, but their skin is very bronze from the sun. And mixed in amongst the dwarves are some very thin, metallic-looking men or beings who have no face, no mouth, and they are either walking with purpose or they are carrying things to places with purpose. And as they're walking past the crowds, weaving in and out of the crowds to get to their destination, you see some very large versions of these metallic beings as they are lifting huge crates of what you can only surmise is supplies. A couple people are kind of glancing at you, Balthazar, as you are chained and naked, as this fairy is just daintily holding the chain, not really trying to assert authority over you or even give the opinion. Castor's more just enamored with the fact that this place even exists. And in the distance, you see this large building, what can easily be figured as the governor's building. And along the roads, you see buildings that could be homes, they could be shops. There'd be a multitude of things. So, Balthazar, what are you going to ask for again?
Didn't really think that far ahead.
Then why'd you come?
Well, if you remember, there was a misunderstanding about, a man being murdered, and for some reason they thought it was me. But, I'm kind of wanted back there right now, so I had to get out of there, go somewhere. And we need a body for my dear friend in my arm here.
Ah, shit, that's right. Yeah, I need to get a replacement arm. Yeah. And then I gotta ask about a damn trade. Alright, come on. He kind of yanks your leash as you guys walk closer and closer towards the governor's mansion. Governor's building. And do you want to go to directly there, or do you want to kind of look around?
I mean, I don't have shit, right?
You are completely naked and have no personal belongings.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we didn't have time to grab them. I gotta go back to that fucking city. Alright, so I can't buy anything. Is Castor willing to buy me clothes?
Castor looks at you, and I don't think any of the clothes will fit you. I mean, they don't have humans in mind.
Never enough to cover my cock, at least.
I mean, we can, I guess. We make a detour. It'd be kind of bad to show up to a political figure's building butt naked.
Exactly.
Castor begins scanning the area, looking around for what could be a shop. And unfortunately, he does not understand any of the Dwarven writing.
Are there any symbols, like a fucking tailor's needle or some shit?
Nope, it's all just in Dwarven's writing.
Well, damn these people without any fucking pictures on their buildings.
Castor walks up to one of the passerbys and asks him for directions for a clothing smith or a tailor or something, because he needs to get his naked slave to be a little more covered. The dwarf looks at you up and down and nods or motions with his head to the side, showing that the tailor is down the alley. Alright, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. Although I'd like to hear about this clothing smith. Be pretty fucking sweet to have clothes coming straight out of the forge.
That was a mistake on my end. He just, Castor grabs your leash tighter and yanks you, make you follow him, giving the very strong appearance that he owns you as you guys walk down the alley.
I moan silently as he does this.
How do you moan silently?
Or I guess a better word would be quietly.
Jesus. Alright, so as you give one of those pathetic moans, you guys continue down this alley as more eyes are watching you. You see from the few eyes that are watching you, you see that they appear to be homeless from how dirty they are compared to how clean everyone else is. Castor looks over and kind of sees one of the dwarves and conveniently drops a piece of gold on the ground for him as he keeps walking. And you guys get to the tailor smith, and yes, I said tailor smith.
Just call it a clothing smith. That was way fucking better.
I like to imagine that the tailor's name is like Taylor Smith.
Okay, well, we'll call him Taylor Smith, and it's a clothing smith. Clothing forge by Taylor Smith. So
yeah, it just comes with, like, I want him to be the only one that knows the art of clothesmithing. So he's pulling like fucking cotton clothes out of a fucking fire and hammering that shit.
And it just spits out like fucking 10,000.
Pours it into a fucking mold.
So, as you guys, as the Castor opens up the door, you walk in and you're just greeted with the fresh scent of burning cotton and linens that have been freshly pressed. You see a very short, older dwarf with gray hairs look up from his forge and greet you with a smile as he adjusts his glasses and realizes, it's a human. He goes to his counter as you guys walk up to it. Hello, how can I help you today?
Well, I would need to procure some clothes, as my master and I are going up to see the fucking, what is it, a president?
The governor.
Prime Minister? We're going up to see the governor. And I can't very well have me cock out, now can I?
Well, I guess you're correct. Sorry. The chemicals, they kind of messed my head. So you're here for some clothing. Okay, well, I have nothing that fits you. Have a good day.
Well, are you not the best clothing smith? This side of the colonies, or whatever the hell we call this place?
He raises an eyebrow to you. I am the only clothing smith. Taylor Smith is my name, and I use the clothing forge to make the most wondrous clothes for dwarves.
But, is there no way that you could maybe branch out and make at least pants for a human, such as myself.
Roll a persuasion check. At advantage. Because of your silver
I'm
tongue.
always at advantage.
Not always.
Yeah. Hey, chill with that. Really? Alright, hold on. You said persuasion?
Yes.
Okay, so 15.
Okay.
Was that with advantage?
Yeah, that's with the advantage.
Roll higher, Balthazar.
He
Jeez.
looks you up and down once more. Okay. You have money, correct?
Yes. Yes, my friend here does. Or, I mean, my master here does.
Castor looks at you and just looks at you, just disbelief that you'd throw him to make you buy clothes for him.
I look back at him.
Make him buy you clothes for you.
I look back at him and kind of give him that look of, well, I am your slave, no?
Yeah, I'll pay for his clothes. Jeez. How much is his clothes gonna cost? About $1, you human.
6'1".
6 feet 1 inch. I know where the 1 inch is. Huh? It's a little joke.
Yeah, you cheeky bastard.
Hey, listen here. Taylor Smith not only makes the best clothes, but he makes the best jokes, okay?
Yeah, I could see they're finely crafted.
Okay, so 6'1". Alright, I'll make you some clothes. So, payment is, I need 1 piece of good information. Tell
What?
me your secret.
What secret?
Any secret. Do you not know how to pay with secrets?
I've never done this before. They don't do this in the human territories.
Well, I mean, look around you. Do you think we need gold?
That is a good point that you make.
Information.
Well,
Information is power here, okay? So, now tell me. Secrets. And it better be a good one.
yeah, this is something that most don't know. But I am the last practicer of an ancient magic called cock magic.
He narrows his eyes at you. Never heard of it. It sounds like bullshit.
God damn it, it's a serious school of magic, and I'm tired of this shit.
I'm tired of bullshit. No secret, no clothes.
Right. I killed a man, and I'm on the run. Out here. To get away from the human colonies.
His eyes widen. Really? You are a wanted man in the human colonies. So, you killed the man. Why did
Yeah, he was talking shit, you know? He was talking shit and he assaulted me. He went to go grab for my gun. I had no other choice but to defend myself, but they didn't think that was right. You know how humans can be sometimes.
Yes, you pig filthy humans are very quick to aggression. Yes. Alright. I shall make you pants. And that is all.
So how much would it cost me for a shirt?
Do you have a secret?
Well, I can tell you one thing. I have a disembodied spirit of a friend who fell in battle, trapped in my arm.
Roll a persuasion. At just a regular persuasion, not at advantage.
Why?
Because it sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, but that's what the silver-tongued is for. It's not for just truthful shit.
True, but it's one of those things where it sounds like bullshit. Like, it'd be hard to pass that shit off.
Yeah, but that one he can technically prove.
How?
It doesn't
Taylor
matter.
can
I got
get
a
him fucking
22.
Warforged body. Then he can show him.
He got a 22. So the dwarf leans in and you have a disembodied inside your body?
Yes.
A fallen foe? A fallen warrior? Was he friend or foe?
Friend. And I'm actually here looking for, well, a mechanical body for him as well.
He kind of folds his hands across his stomach and, well, mechanical bodies. There's only one man that could do that. I know the guy.
A friend of yours?
We're all friends here. That is always how we have to be. We have to be friends. So, you earned yourself a shirt, and I shall point you in the direction of my friend. Does that sound fair?
That sounds more than fair.
Okay. You see him reach back and dig into this sack and pull out a large ball of cotton. And he starts tearing it apart, throwing it into the forge as the forge hisses. And he looks back at you, gives you a wink, and throws a big, say about a 5-foot square of linen into the forge itself as he's pulling the cord, stoking the flames. And on this nice little conveyor belt, it's hissing, blowing steam out. You see a pair of pants and a shirt, both brown. Look like they're made out of like old potato sacks. I think it's called a rut sack, I think. And he puts them on the counter. There you go. Try them on.
Alright, I put him on my body.
The shirt
All slow like.
The shirt comes
Sensual.
only down to below your chest, and the pants look like what are those pants that girls wear?
Capris.
Capris. Thank you. They look like capris on you. I apologize. I did not get your height correct. I'm not used to human height. I guess I misjudged.
Yeah.
Apologies. You look
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's quite alright.
You look beautiful,
thank you.
regardless.
Can I tell you another secret? You make my cock twitch.
That is a secret I did not care to know. Alright.
Yeah, but now you do.
Alright, so you want friend to build your friend a body. A mechanical body, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll want Sivels. He is close to the governor's building, but be careful the way you speak to him. He's very easily shaken. Very easily shaken. But he can build your friend a body. I mean, you've seen his work around here, have you not?
Those are his?
They are all his. He's a very
Holy
troubled.
shit.
He's a very troubled man. He has not been the same since we kicked your ass in the war.
Well, I wonder why.
Well, many people do. But have a great day. Goodbye.
I love you. I mean, bye.
He kind of starts blushing a bit, nervous and embarrassed at what you just said. Okay, you too. Goodbye. Have a great day. Please do not come back.
All right, we walk out of the building.
All right, so where do we want to go first? Do we want to go to the governor's mansion, or do we want to go talk to this Sivels?
Well, We may need backup when we get in there, so I say we go talk to this Sivels, just in case things go downhill.
Okay. Gives me more time to think, I guess. Let's go. So as he's leading you, quote unquote, down the back down the alley to the main street towards the governor's mansion where Sivels' workshop would be located.
Hey, do I see, like, on the ground, like, a large round pebble with, like, a stick poking out of it somehow?
Roll a perception check.
I didn't hear everything you said, but whatever it was, it sounded very specific.
It was very specific.
Fuck. It was a wait a minute. 13.
Okay, so you're looking around on the ground as you guys are walking towards the shop for a circular pebble with a stick in it. And unfortunately, the roads are kept immaculately clean. So
Is there a cooldown timer on to how long I have to wait to check again for the same thing?
We could say you're checking the entire time as you guys are walking and you just see nothing. Again, the streets are kept immaculately clean. They must have a person who cleans the roads constantly.
Damn.
Castor turns turns back to look at you. What are you doing?
Just looking for something.
What?
Don't worry about it, it's stupid.
Okay, well, you're falling behind and I'm tired of walking slow. You're taller than me. You can walk fast. Use those long legs. Come on.
Alright, I pick up my pace.
You guys make it to the shop and Castor looks around. Why'd you tell that guy that you're on the run?
Well, you know, I'm sure that'll come back to bite us in the ass, but he needed a secret and I couldn't think of anything else.
He reaches up and unhooks your collar. Well, then there's no point in pretending that you're my slave now, is there?
He's the only one that knows that so far, unless he gets chatty.
Well,
I think he likes me.
Well, you gotta figure that this place's currency is secrets, information. They're gonna share information amongst each other. You're the only human that I've seen here. And it's not hard to put two and two together. So, no point in hiding now.
Well, I guess you got a point, but guess who's got a shirt and pants?
Yeah, you have a halter top and some capris. Congratulations.
Yeah, close.
Suck in your stomach. As he opens up the door and walks in, the door still open, and you see him kind of sulkingly walking towards the counter and gives the counter a tap. And as you see from outside, you see this he looks young, but he has some deep scars in his face. And he's missing an eye. As he stands up to the counter, and do you want to go in or do you want to stand outside?
I'll go in.
Okay, as you walk in, you hear Castor asking him about a prosthetic arm, to which you hear the shopkeeper.
The man who does my prosthetic arms is currently missing. But I'm sure I have something that could lead you to a better life. Not perfect, but better.
Castor just looks down and shakes his head. How much is it gonna cost?
I need a secret. Some information, perhaps.
Castor looks at you and gets close to the dwarf's ear and whispers in it.
Okay.
Can I hear what he's saying?
You can
Advanced hearing.
You can roll. Wait, you advanced hearing.
No, I don't fucking know. I
Oh.
was making shit up.
You can roll a perception check if you'd like.
Fuck. Can I roll it with advantage?
No. What'd you get?
All right. And I got a 5 plus 3, so that's 8.
You can't really make out much. You can make out some S's, and that's about it. And the dwarfy leans back, kind of confused, and
Okay. I'll get you arm. It'll take time. But I'll also have to remove rest of stump. The shoulder. That is just how it has to be.
Castor again without a budging. Fine. Fine. That's how we'll have to do it. The dwarf looks in your direction, Balthazar.
What do you want, human?
Well, first off, I'd like to let you know I come in peace. But also, I have heard, Seville, that you're the man to see, sent here by Taylor Smith.
He just
I'm here looking
he
for
just
a
stares
body.
at you as you talk, and his eyes not moving. It's almost as if he's staring daggers into you.
Well, I'm here looking for a body that can be imbued with a soul.
Who told you I could do such a thing?
Taylor Smith, the clothesmith.
He was wrong. I cannot imbue souls to bodies. I can make bodies, but I cannot. I can make forged, but I cannot imbue souls to bodies.
Well, if we were to get the body, we could probably take care of the soul imbuing part.
He puts his hand on the counter and gets close.
Why do you need body?
Well, I can't quite tell you that, as that was the secret I was going to pay you in. But let's just say it's for a friend.
No secrets. Why do you need body?
Well, I have the soul of a fallen friend in my arm.
I don't make bodies for souls for friends. I make forged to do menial tasks. I haven't made bodies like what you seem to be in the market for a very long time.
Well, surely, is there any way that I could make you think differently about that and possibly get us a body?
If you can bring
There's-
back all 5,573 of my children that I created from the war that were decommissioned, then sure, I could make you body. But I can't. You know why I can't and why you can't? Because they're all been decommissioned. They've been destroyed. Have you ever lost child?
Well, I lost what would turn into children, but not a child per se.
I lost child many times over. Had to decommission myself. It hurt. Hurt greatly. I am unable to have kin of my own. These were the closest that I could have, and I can't even speak the damn names.
Well, what would you say about just one more body being crafted? If we could find, I hear your arm smith is missing.
Smith missing is presumed dead. Try again.
He stands back, kind of cocks his head to the side.
You know what? I do have task for you. You human were part of war, correct?
Actually, I was not.
Okay, so you know humans part of war, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Find me piece of my children. One piece, that's all I ask. If you find me piece of child, warforged, I'll build you body. And I will build you one warforged body.
Hey, do we still have the head of the fucking the governor dude or the one dude,
Y-
the metal fuck?
no, he's in the, you threw his head back down the temple stairs.
We did.
Yes, you did. Remember, you were
Oh,
supposed
took it
to.
with us.
Nope, you were supposed to give him safe passage, and you lied. And you threw his head down the stairs.
Oh, that does sound like me. Fuck. All right, I accept.
You accept fool's errand. Why do you accept? Do you try to make fool of me?
Well, I believe I'd only be making a fool of myself if you're sending me on a fool's errand. And plus, if I find it, I get my friend a body.
He just stares at you again, reading you as best he can.
I give him a wink.
You know where a piece of my child is, do you not?
I believe he may be one of your children.
His whole demeanor just softens immediately as he kind of holds himself against the counter.
Are you serious?
What was the name's guy or the guy's name again? It's like the captain, the governor, the fucking
Or the judge, sorry.
the chooch,
The judge.
the fucking chooch.
The judge.
Well, there's one that goes by the judge in the human territories.
His eyes widen even further.
Judges, human boogeyman.
Yes, he was kind of a dick, a little bit, but you know, I think I know where he may be. Part of him, at least.
To be fair, the whole, like, what was left of the body should also still be in the temple.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
then everything.
Komodaria didn't make it out. Well, he made it out technically, but he was in the middle of grabbing.
Not intact.
He was in the middle of grabbing
Put on
pieces.
the amulet. I had a 50-50 chance of a really cool power and dying immediately. Looks like I chose wrong.
If you have information of how to get a piece of my child, bring him to me, please. But tell no one.
And if I bring the whole body?
If you have whole body, I would be most impressed. However, I just require a piece. If you have his head, I would be most gracious. However, a piece of his body works just fine. However, would not be able to determine fully if he was actually my child or not.
All right. Well, it shall be so.
He extends his hand to you as to shake your hand.
Understand, human, you are the first and last human's hand I will ever reach out to shake.
I go and say, I'm honored, and shake his hand.
His hand just swallows your hand whole. As he
I let out a soft moan that he can barely hear.
as he gives it a firm shake with respect and looks at Castor.
Okay. I will get you good arm. I have one good arm for information friend provide.
Castor kind of smiles a bit. Well, that's good. It's good, I suppose. It's better than just one lying around. Thank you, Balthazar.
You can make it up to me later.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't. This is already a shit errand.
Okay. So, come with me.
And Castor goes around the counter and goes towards the back area where the door closes and you hear it lock. And what will you be doing, Balthazar? Is Castor is...
Hearing him get murdered.
You're gonna just stick around?
Yeah, I'll stick around and
Alright.
wait.
So as you're sticking around, we go back to Thatzu Ulu, who is doing what exactly?
Touching himself. Oh, yeah.
Wait, maybe there's a message in here. Nope,
You lost
no
Thatzu.
message.
Thatzu,
Thatzu!
where art thou? Thatzu, oh Thatzu, where art thou, my Thatzu?
Let's see. If we need to, we could take a break. Or maybe you and Midorth could chit-chat.
On with me.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Midorth, you're here in my arm.
Yeah,
I can feel you inside me.
Wait, so there's unread chats.
Give me 1 second. I'm laying my kid down.
Oh, okay.
Ah, there he is.
Alright, so we'll just take a quick break while
He's
he...
pulling Casey Anthony.
Shit. We'll take a quick break.
I just wanted to
and,
have fun.
rejoin in, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Sounds about right.
Unless any of you guys need to eat something.
I can eat food in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, I could always fucking cover my mic if I'm gonna eat.
Oh, you're not going to pull a Richie?
No.
Alright, well, we'll reconvene then. Alright, so, Thatzu Ulu, what are you currently doing? It is getting later in the day.
Broking his ego.
Have any of the other envoys come back from any of the other countries that I sent them to?
No, not yet. They are still out going, you used airships, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The ones that I had, yes.
Okay, so they are still currently traveling. They should be back within the week. Should be. The envoy that you sent to the Elven territories never made it back. And Castor is, as far as you know, in the Dwarven territories or is currently dead. You heard the commotion from outside. You heard a gunshot, some screaming. Then hours later, you heard... what's it called? You heard quite the uproar. Other than that, not much has happened.
Gotcha. Then I really don't have a whole lot my guy can do at the moment.
Okay, where currently are you located? At your desk still, or?
How late in the afternoon is it?
I'd say it's about 6, 7 o'clock in the getting towards evening, about 6, 7 o'clock.
Then I'm probably wrapping shit up.
Okay. As you're wrapping things up, you hear a knock at your office door.
I go open it.
You see a very thin-looking man. He's pale, which tells you he's not from around here at all. And he's wearing some somewhat thicker clothing. Again, obviously not from here. He looks at you and smiles. Could you please direct me to a... He looks down at this small piece of parchment. A Komodaria?
He is no longer amongst the living.
No more amongst the living. And you are his replacement?
That would be correct. Who are you exactly?
Who I am is of no importance. Do you know a Tony Carbonaro?
I know no one if I do not know who I speak with.
You can call me... Just call me A. Does that work?
And your affiliation?
My affiliation is of no importance. You are not who I am looking for. I am looking for a Tony Carbonaro.
Alright, well then this conversation is of no importance to me.
That is unfortunate. See, I would want to talk to me if I were you. Or else...
To me, you are no one. I do not know your affiliation.
That's unfortunate. I'd have to put your name on the list then. And finding out who you are is quite easy. Just have to ask around town.
That's fine and all. But have you any business with me or the guild personally?
I do. I just, want some information, that's all. I'll pay you for it if you'd like. However, the payment that I would have given you is decreased dramatically.
I'm just looking like half-ass annoyed at this point.
His eyes are just... His eyes have not moved from your eyes. So, do you want to play this game with me, or do you want to actually give me the information that I require?
Do I have is there like a guild receptionist?
There is.
I don't like went back. Do you not screen people?
You hear no response. Oh, she's currently incapacitated. I wanted to speak with Como Daria, and unfortunately, he is, as you said, no more amongst the living. So, do you know a Tony Carbonaro?
No.
Do you know a Balthazar Kuminas?
The name sounds familiar, but there's no one that I know of, like, properly.
Okay. What about a James Blackport?
Name sounds somewhat familiar.
Okay. And a Midorth? What about a Midorth? Do you know a Midorth?
Definitely not.
Okay. So, few of these names you know. So, I will take my leave now. Take care. And he proceeds to take a couple steps back, not breaking eye contact with you, as he turns and walks away. As he's walking away, you hear a window break from the room adjacent to your office.
I'd go investigate, I suppose.
Alright.
But I also yell for one of the guardsmen.
Alright, so you yell you yell for one of the guardsmen to come to your aid as you fling the door open to the next room. You see that the window up high, about 10 feet, is broken as the guard runs in. Sir, you called?
I point to the window.
He looks up at the window.
Investigate.
He looks up at the window. Roll for investigation.
To clarify, that was a command, but also nat 20 plus 4.
Okay, I didn't know that was a command.
I was telling the guard to investigate, but I also rolled a 20.
Okay. So as you guys are investigating the broken window, you see that there's glass on the interior, meaning that the window was broken from the outside, and very quickly, you realize that there is a large pebble that was possibly thrown from outside, like somebody threw to break your window. And because you got that, what was it, nat 20?
Yep.
All is not what it seems. You feel like there's more to this than meets the eye, and I need you to roll a perception check at advantage.
Unnatural 20 and a 7, so unnatural 20.
All right. So you start looking around as the guard begins to speak to you. You quickly put your hand up, and you can hear the wooden floorboards in your office begin creaking, as if somebody is stepping on the floor, trying to sneak.
Alright, I head in there.
You rush back in there, and the floor ceases to creak. You see no sign of anybody that's in your office. The guard walks back to you, or well, follows you and walks up to you. Sir, what are you looking for? I thought we were...
Something's not right. Set a perimeter around the building.
You got it.
No one comes in or out.
He nods his head and rushes outside to set the perimeter that you ask. As it is deathly silent in your office. The only thing breaking the silence is the howling wind from outside and the occasional sand being flung against the wooden walls of your guild.
I want to check my office, make sure nothing's missing.
Alright, you need to roll a investigation check.
With advantage or no?
Nah, just regular investigation. You look around very briefly, and so far, nothing is out of place.
No windows open?
No windows open, no papers just disheveled, nothing. Looks just like your office when you went to the next room. As you're standing there looking for anything out of place, you hear a large thud against the wall from the room that you were just in. Like a large thud.
I want to just let out a huge sigh and walk to that room.
As you walk to that room, you see nothing. It sounds like someone is being attacked from the outside. And I need you to roll another perception check, except at disadvantage.
Nine.
Alright. So as you're listening to the sound of someone being beaten, you hear the very faint pitter-patters of feet running out of your office and down the hall.
I mean, did I see anyone run past the door?
Nope. You see nothing. You hear the front door of the guild hall open and shut very quickly.
And no one who has set up the perimeter thinks it's weird that they're here watching doors open?
As far as you can tell, they haven't had a chance to get the perimeter going yet.
The door guards didn't notice?
The door guards didn't notice, if there are even door guards out there.
I would hope that'd be like the main place there would be guards in the guild.
Well, I would assume that there would be guards there. However, don't know what happened to those guards if they're even there. You've been in your office all day.
I go check out the useless people.
As you walk past your secretary's desk where she lays there dead on the floor, her throat has been slit from ear to ear. You go to the doors and fling them open, and there lies both of your guards, the door guards, one with his head looks to be smashed into his body, and another one that appears to has had his head crushed very recently, probably within the last few seconds.
Sorry, I'm reading something.
Yeah. And this is where we'll take a commercial break. Hot Tony!
Yeah, I'm gonna use my find familiar.
Okay.
Tony Carbonara.
Have it take the form of like. You ever seen an elf owl?
No, but I'm assuming that it's a flying bird.
Very, very tiny desert species of owl.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it fly 100 feet up. Give me a bird's eye view.
All right, so your familiar appears, and it darts straight up in the air and begins searching the area. And I need you to roll a perception check for it.
If there's any combat, I'm fucked because I'm using all my decent rolls. 20 plus 1.
Hey, so
I'll tell you, I'm gonna get to combat. It's gonna be all nat ones.
So as you are seeing what this bird is seeing, I'm assuming that's correct. That's how it works. You see what the creature sees?
It communicates with me telepathically.
Okay. So as it's searching the area, it sees very small footprints being made in the sand as it's heading southward, almost on the it's past the edge of town. It's very quick footprints in the sand, and yeah, that's about it. You just see footprint. It tells you that there's footprints on the sand being made currently by something that is not visible.
I will cast invisibility and I will follow.
All right. So you cast invisibility and you begin following in the direction that these...
Just having my familiar give me basically traffic cam view, just telling me where the feet are.
Okay. So, as that happens, we go back to Balthazar and Castor, who is currently in a room while Balthazar listens to him being butchered. Balthazar, all you hear is the sounds of bones being cut and flesh being torn apart, as you hear the very gruff voice of the shopkeeper.
This is good. This is very good. Clean cuts. Clean cuts. That's all I need. Okay. This is beautiful. A special gift. Here you go.
You hear what sounds to be a very quick whirring, possibly of a tool that he is using to some extent, you are unsure. And he comes out, blood covering his hands.
Do I hear Castor and pleasure or pain?
Castor is unconscious.
Okay.
Okay. Friend is good, friend is stable. He has no arm. Arm is very special to me. He was a gift given to me by my partner. So, he now has special arm. You know our deal still stands. You want body?
Yes,
Okay. So,
I understand.
are you mocking me?
What? No, I said I understand.
It almost sounded like he was mocking me.
I would never do that.
Okay, so friend will be wake in little bit. I gave him potion to help the healing process. He should be waking up in few minutes, few hours, I don't know. So, where do you plan to go so I can tell friend to meet you there?
I'm going to the temple of the... Was it the firstborn?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, if you want to go to the Temple of the Firstborn. I thought you were going to the governor.
Oh, well, yes, I will be going to the governor first before we set off to go retrieve your body, as we have some business with him.
You are going to speak with governor. What business have you with our governor?
Well, one of the guards at the gate told us we should speak with him.
Would you like to roll a history check?
I know why we gotta do it, but like I don't want to
okay.
tell him because
Oh,
I
okay.
lied to the guard.
Oh, okay. Did you lie?
Yeah, remember? Because he was like, "Oh, I will kill you if you don't tell me why you're here or give good reason." I was like, "We got information on a raid against fucking Kolnak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
It's a classified business that the guard directed me to speak only to the governor about."
Oh, I understand. Alright. Friend will be hopefully awake, sent to you immediately. So you may be on your way. But again, I ask you, do not speak of our deal.
I will say nothing.
Beautiful.
He gives you a wave and goes back to the room that Castor's in.
All right, I'll walk out. I'll walk outside. Is there a homeless person out there?
Not currently in front of you, but you could make a, what's your passive perception?
Hold up.
I don't have it right here in front of me, unfortunately.
It is 13.
Alright, so we'll say that as you're looking around, you see down another alley across from you is what appears to be a homeless person, kind of just huddled in a corner.
Is it
shivering.
just him with nobody else in sight?
There is nobody else in sight. I mean, in the alley, and there's people still walking the streets.
Yeah, but no one can see me and him, correct?
No. So you make your way down the alley?
I probably shouldn't do it. So, I'm just going to go to the governor's place.
Okay. So
I'm gonna tell him the secret that he told me not to tell anybody, and then I was gonna fucking stab him. Watch the life go out of his eyes, but feel like we should probably not do that.
Stab him with what? You got nothing.
Don't I still have that sword?
Oh yeah, that's
Would I
right.
pick
You
it
do.
up?
You do. Yeah, you're right.
I
Okay.
could also stab him with something else.
All right, so you make your way to the governor's building, and as you get closer to it, it just seems to keep growing in size, and the little details you see on the marble stairway up, you see 3 statues. One of a dwarf holding an anvil. And on the opposite side, you see one holding a hammer. A dwarf holding a hammer. And at the top of the stairs, you see a dwarf holding what appears to be a grouping of parchment and like a quill. And you see,
Why are you trying to get rid of it?
you see, what's it called?
Oh.
You see some dwarves. I'm distracted by Midorth's talking to his
They're
family.
trying to have sex. That's why they're trying to get rid of you.
But yeah, you see some dwarves walking out of the governor's mansion or governor's building. You see some forged, as what the shopkeeper had called them, walking out. And as you walk up, you see two guards in large armor, making the dwarves stand at your height. They put their hands up. State your business. What business do you have here?
I'm here to speak to the governor.
On what grounds do you need to speak to our governor, pig filthy human?
That is classified.
Classified?
I was directed to speak to him only. It's a very valuable secret.
Who directed you?
One of your guards at the gate between the human territories and the dwarven.
You see the dwarf put a finger to her ear and just look at you. And then she lowers her hand. Okay, you may go.
Well, that was easy. I'd walk through to go towards the governor.
You walk in and you see just columns of marble, gold, obsidian, just lining the way. And as you get closer, you see this large table, and at the middle section of the table, you see this very hulking-looking dwarf. He's bigger than the average dwarf, and he's not wearing armor. He's adorned in just furs of creatures in the wild, and he too is missing an eye with a gnarly scar down it. You see his one good eye begin to look at you as someone approaches you. He's shorter than this current dwarf that's sitting in the middle of the table.
Are there any guards in the room?
I mean, yeah, there's quite a few guards.
So it'd be a bad idea to just fucking try and decapitate the governor.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's wearing armor aside from the governor.
But this could be a suicide mission.
It would be a suicide mission, yes.
Mm.
You see one of the dwarves that's walking up to you. His eye is either missing or it's been replaced by a robotic eye.
Mm.
And who are you here?
I am Balthazar Kumanes. I come to speak with your governor of important business.
You will always address the governor as His Highness? Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
Okay, you may speak to governor.
Wait a minute, your highness or his highness?
Okay, it was gonna be funny, but it's not funny no more. You address him as my liege. Okay?
Okay, alright.
Okay, beautiful. So, he walks with you towards the table where you see this hulking dwarf sitting.
My liege, I come with important information about the human territories.
You hear him kind of, chuckle in his throat, laughing.
We do not call me my liege. You may just call me the governor.
That little shit.
What do you?
Ah, yes,
What do
Governor.
What do you want, human?
Well, I, one, was seeking safe passage through here, and in doing so, I did notify your guards that I had information for you. Something that you might find interesting for the state of one of the human colonies at this point.
What human colony is that you wish to inform?
Kol Noctazi, the one right near your border.
You mean our rightful capital?
That would be the one.
It's very interesting. What information do you have that I already do not have?
Well, I'm not sure if you know this, but they were attacked by one known as the Judge a while ago, and, well, leveled most, if not all, the town. All the government buildings, most of the commercial buildings as well. And it's kind of in a fragile state right now. There was a new race to elect a new governor of Kol Noctazi. So that power, I would say, is pretty fragile right now, as well as are the people's spirits and their resources as they're still building back up. Should be a perfect time for you to launch, say, a raid, or maybe a invasion to reconquer your rightful capital, as you so call it.
He leans back in his chair.
And in exchange, you would like safe passage.
I would like safe passage through the Dwarven Territories.
To where?
Well, wherever I may need to go, wherever my travels may take me, throughout this life of mine.
Crime did you commit in the human territories?
Well, you see, there was a misunderstanding. One of the townspeople.
Before you speak, understand that I am called the Whispered Tyrant for a reason. If you lie to me, I will have you utterly destroyed. Do you understand?
Alright, so I killed the guy. He was talking shit, though.
Okay, so you murdered you murdered a fellow human,
Yes,
and now you are on your own.
I guess you could say that.
It's funny how things work out like that.
As you are listening to him, you hear footsteps of somebody running up from behind. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, Balthazar. I didn't know that was going to take me so long. Okay, so...
Castor,
yeah.
I have some respect here. You must address this man as my liege. I whisper to him so that the governor can't hear me say that.
Oh, okay. My liege, I am here on an important... I can't even be serious. You hear some of the people chuckling again.
Please do not call me my liege. I have just addressed me as the governor.
I crack a chuckle.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, well,
Well, I guess you're in the middle of meeting with Balthazar. I was just here to talk trade. Possibly. I don't even know.
Trade. Do you two know each other?
well, yes, we actually traveled here together.
Wow, this is awkward. One of them is here for trade, and the other is here for war, death, revenge. Correct?
Well, a little bit of war never hurts. Bumps up production, you know?
Domestic
Military-industrial
manufacturing, baby.
complex.
So, you have nobody in these human colonies that you care for.
The only ones that I cared for were killed a long time ago, outside of a IHOB.
I am unsure what you mean by an island.
Well,
I did not ask.
or sorry, an IHOB, the International House of Lembas bread. One of the only things in the human colonies that's worth a shit. Excuse my language.
So, Ferryman, you tell me, what trade deal are you offering?
Castor looks at you. He's been staring at you, wide-eyed at the fact that you're basically selling out the human colonies for safety.
I say, don't look at me like that. There are a bunch of fucking pricks down there. I turned to the governor. Wouldn't you agree?
I do not know them personally. However, I want to hear Ferryman out first.
And
Sure.
I forgot to mention, but he's whispering all of this. I can't do a whisper, unfortunately, because the microphone won't pick it up. But
If he's whispering, can I just be shouting all of mine back to him?
you can, sure. There's a reason why he whispers.
My homie has the thum.
That'd be crazy. I want him to teach me.
So he looks at Castor.
What trade are you offering? Are you guild master of human colonies?
Sorry.
Are you the guild master of the human colonies?
No, I'm actually here on behalf of the Guildmaster. Governor sinks into his chair and rests his head on two fingers, staring at Castor.
So your guild master has no care for his worker, sends you here on a fool's errand to possibly die. And what? You offer nothing? No trade? No gift?
Castor looks at you.
Wait, is he
Balthazar.
speaking to me or Castor?
He's been speaking to Castor.
Okay.
Castor looks at you. Do you have something? Shit, that's right. You got nothing. Damn.
I whispered to him, I got a sword. Do you want to give him the sword? I think they got better weapons than us, though.
Yeah, give me the sword. Give me the sword.
Right, I hand him the sword.
We actually have this sword from the human colonies as an offering of peace amongst our people.
I pipe up a little bit and say, see how they give you a shit sword for peace? I don't know about them.
Roll a persuasion check.
Fuck, where's my D20? Alright, I'm rolling it as the fucking advantage one.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh. That is a 25.
Okay. The governor looks at you, Balthazar, and begins nodding his head in agreement.
He does bring up a good point, your friend here. You come here bearing gifts of shit. Shoddy craftsmanship. The sword itself, I can tell from here, was made by a slave. And then you want to speak peace. Are you the governor? Let me ask you, Balthazar. Is he the governor of the human colonies?
Oh, my purple fairy friend here? No.
I did not think so. Saw you come here, talking peace. Let's make peace. Let's do trade. Let's do all of this. However, the people in those positions do not come here themselves. So, I will not entertain these ideas of trade or peace until the parties that are in charge of doing so come speak to me face to face.
Castor gets really nervous. He's shaking. Roll a perception check.
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna shit his pants. Does he even wear pants?
Yeah.
I got a
fair.
4.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 7.
Okay. So you just see him shaking. He could be scared. You don't know why, but he appears scared, possibly. You don't care, because...
Couldn't imagine how he'd be scared in front of the governor of the Dwarven Territories who hates the human colonies.
Not you, though. You're the human in the Dwarven colonies that is confident. And as you look back at the governor's eyes are solely focused on you now.
So, you would like to use the dwarves as your arm for revenge?
Well, I'd simply give a proposition that you get to take back your capital and get a little bit more land, and, well, I just have free passage. And obviously, I wouldn't just give you the information here. I'd have no problem helping you guys out. I don't really owe the humans any allegiance. I was raised by a wizard from a very young age. And one of my best friends was a Minotaur who sadly passed. May he rest in peace.
Okay, so instead of imprisoning you for bringing such a laughable request, you do supply us with some very interesting propositions, but I have one for you. We will consider carrying this out, not imprisoning you, if you bring back the head of a certain trader.
It's
And what
traitor.
traitor might this be? I think I know, but I'm not saying that to the governor. I think I know who it is, but who's this traitor?
She was a dwarven woman who decided to sell out her own people for safety into the human colonies. She sold out women and children. I believe her name she goes by now is, and he looks off to the side at one of his advisors, and he's flipping frantically through notes, and he whispers something to the governor. Cindy.
Hey, okay. So outside of D&D, isn't that Como's mother?
No.
Yep.
Cindy is not Como's mother. Cindy, if you roll a history check.
Wasn't that the aunt?
Oh. Do you have it written down?
No, I'm just trying to flip through. I'm pretty sure it was the aunt. No.
Yeah?
She's kind of. Oh no.
Yep, it
Well,
was
we
the
fucked.
aunt. Yeah. And,
I say to him, I know this woman.
Oh, you do?
We may have had relations, but didn't really end on a good note.
So, bringing her head would be no issue to you, correct?
Well, that was the only good part about her. I'd laugh a little bit.
he still is just staring you down.
I say yes, we can arrange that.
Good. That is the price. We will give you safe passage for her head.
Now, I will do this, but as you can see, I did have your clothing smith here. Remarkable man, but he got my sizing wrong. You wouldn't happen to be able to provide me with any sort of weaponry or armor, would you?
You look like you're quite a resourceful man. You not only killed some of your fellow man, but you also came here on your own, got through my guards, have information to give, and you want me to supply you something. No. You
Just
are,
a sword? Something, maybe?
You can take the sword that your friend was offering to use it wisely.
Alright, I'm gonna take the sword back.
So, we have a deal. Do you have any more business in the human territory, or the dwarven territories?
Not at this moment, no.
One of the advisors walks up to him and begins whispering in his ear. And he sits up straight.
What is this I hear about a fallen friend trapped in your arm?
Well, a friend of mine died in battle in Kol Noctazi. And, it was actually a mechanized machine, I believe, from back in the war days somehow was rearmed. And, he was hit in the first blast, but, for some reason I can't quite remember. But,
Everybody in the room is looking at you.
I awoke, and, he was in my arm, speaking to me.
So you hear a voice in your head speaking to you.
Yes, but in this world, is that really all that strange?
It is quite strange. Quite strange indeed. What was your true purpose in coming?
Well, to be honest, I was wondering if I could get a mechanical body for my fallen friend so I could transfer his soul.
You hear some muttering amongst his advisors and some of the people in the room.
Well, no one here knows how to transfer a soul to anything. To be completely honest, I don't even know if it's possible. How did you come about your friend's soul in you?
That, as I said, I don't even know. I awoke in the temple, and I wasn't even in a temple before. No memory of getting to that temple, and all of a sudden my lost friend was speaking to me.
No, you remember getting to the temple.
Is that where we teleported? I thought we were in Kol Noctazi when we teleported.
No. You were in the Temple of the Firstborn when
Oh,
you were fighting the judge, you defeated the judge, and you teleported, then came back.
Okay. Well, I was in a temple fighting an enemy, and all of a sudden, it's a flash of light. I came back, there was a flash of light, and all of a sudden, my departed friend was speaking to me. Telling me he was in my arm.
This is very troubling. You have no recollection of how he became imbued into you.
None.
Well, I don't know of anyone who can imbue souls. However, if there is one man in this world who would know, it would be the Archmage.
And is he in Dwarven Territory or another plane of existence?
He is on another continent in this world.
Ah,
He is in the citadel of his excellency. You will want to speak to him. Maybe he has some money. Maybe he has the ability to imbue a soul to a mechanized body, or forged, as we call them.
it seems I have another man to speak with.
Yes, you do. So, if that is all the business we have, you are well.
All right. I will return with Cindy's head the next time I see you.
Fantastic.
Can we have an out of game for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I gotta go grab something. I'll be right back.
Don't. Well, no. Hang on, shit. Don't you have her head like in your bag?
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, don't I have her head? Because I cut it and I was gonna do some
You fucking kept
sexy
it.
times with it.
Okay, so you kept her head in your bag, which is currently in position.
I know it's in the. I know it's in the
Oh.
other town, but like, I was like, I thought this whole time I was like, I feel like I remember a fleshlight joke.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's right. Jesus, I do need to start writing shit down.
I don't even have that written down. I just
Me neither. I have nothing written down.
It's just that memorable.
I just remember
it.
it because like the session prior, you almost, my guy grabbed your dick and it almost killed you.
Yeah, basically fucking almost exploded my entire fucking dick and body.
So, as you take
Forgot
your
I killed
leave, Castor walks beside you, his head hung low. You guys make it through the large doors.
Real quick, I gotta go grab something and come back.
Okay, I'll wait. That's cool. Couldn't have done that shit on break, huh? Jesus. Alright, so as you and Castor are walking down the hallway through the large doors, Castor's head is still just hung low.
What's with you, bud?
I just can't win.
Oh, stop.
No, seriously. I just can't win. I get treated like shit at my job. I lose an arm. Forced to get this mechanical menace attached to me. I have to free your ass, save you, and I can't even seal a damn deal. I mean,
You know what?
the
That's all the
governor-
more reason to join me in the fucking Dwarven Territories. Fuck them people. You're not even a human. What do you got allegiance to them for?
I got allegiance to nobody. I have my own dreams and my own aspirations that I want to follow, and it just seems like fate just keeps putting a roadblock in front of me.
Maybe that's the universe telling you need a new place and a fresh start.
Yeah, well, sure as hell isn't in this desert. You know, I heard whispers once that there was some more of my kind around this world. I think, you know what? I think you're right. I think I do need a fresh start. I think I need to, yeah, I think I just need to get out of here, out of this damn dead desert. I mean, my boss treats me like shit. Sends me on exactly what the governor said, and it's full Zarin. There was no way I was going to seal that deal.
You'd think they would have come themselves? They're over here trying to send a lackey so that they don't risk getting killed.
Well, he was right. I was in no position to offer peace. I just didn't. I was trying to think on my feet. Just got a little frustrated, but yeah, you know, Thatzu sitting his nice toned ass in his chair all day. I don't see him getting up anytime soon.
You're goddamn right.
And honestly, I see you getting killed, so hanging around you is gonna get me killed too, so.
Yeah, well, it's gotta happen sooner or later.
Maybe for you, not me. I mean, my kind lives for hundreds of years, so. You'll die very briefly. It's, you know, your life existence, hell, just your existence is a mere blink compared to me. Not that you're not a good person, you know, deep down. It's just, you know, this is just how things are.
Well, you didn't have to get so morbid.
Oh, just being honest, there's a whole galaxy out there waiting to be explored, and here I am stuck in a desert with you. Not that that's, you know, an issue. I don't want you to think I don't like you, Balthazar. You're a nice guy. You just do some silly shit.
Yeah. Well, I can't, you know, can't argue against that.
Yeah, so. Where's there a bar? I want to get drunk before I leave.
All right, but you better not get us into trouble. I already want our asses over in the human area, or at least mine.
Yeah, I don't plan on getting into any kind of trouble.
All right, we'll look around. Are there any dwarves around I could ask where a bar's at?
You see in the distance, few buildings down, a very lively looking building, which is safe to say it's the tavern.
Oh, well, that looks like a promising start. Why don't we head over there?
All right. Castor flies over there as you follow, and you guys walk in, and you see everybody, all the dwarves being merry and having fun. Some are dancing, drinking, singing. You see the barkeep, he's cleaning out the wooden flagons. And he looks at you, Balthazar, and looks at Castor and just kind of nods his head repeatedly.
What could I have you for? What would you two like to drink? Just don't start any troubles here, okay?
What do you got?
I got mead. Everybody loves mead. Or are you looking
I'll take
for,
a bottle.
for something more expensive?
I'll take the cheapest I can get. I'll take a bottle of mead.
All right, a bottle of malted mead liquor. Coming right up. That'll be 10 gold.
That would
All
be
right,
so
Castor.
gross.
This is on you.
Castor looks at you. Yeah, we're not. If I'm being forced to drink with you, we're not drinking that swill. We're gonna have something a bit better. What's your fanciest drink?
Fanciest drink is Drambu.
Dwarven Blada.
Oh, it's Drambu. Would you like a glass of Drambu?
Castor
Sure.
looks at you. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're having some Drambu.
Lovely. It's $100 or 100 gold per cup.
Castor pulls out some gold and lays it on the table. I thought you guys exchanged information.
Not here, unfortunately. We have to make deals with other continents to get our stuff, so gold we have to have here.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll take some Dramdia. He sets these 2 decent-sized cups on the bar and pulls out a very fancy-looking bottle and pours just a little bit, maybe about a shot and a half of this liquor that is just pure, just clear, looks like water.
All right, you two, go easy on it.
He hands you a cup, hands Castor a cup and hands you a cup. Castor holds his cup up to you to give a cheers to our future.
I cheers him back.
He quickly throws the liquor back and puts the cup on the bar. What are you doing?
I sip mine. I'm gonna sip it because I got a feeling it's strong as fuck.
Okay. So Castor begins to look a little woozy, like it's hitting him hard as you sit and sip. And I need you to roll a d20 at advantage. Just a straight d20.
Uh, 10.
Okay. So as you're sitting there sipping your liquor, you're sipping a bit too quick. And as you get closer to finishing this cup, everything goes black for you. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.